Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Thank you so much for joining today's Srimad Bhagavatam class and discussion. We'll start with Jai Radha. Jai Radha Madhava Kunda Vihara Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradhari Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Vallabha Girivaradhari Yashodhana Yamuna Tiravana Chara Yashodanandana Brajajanara Vallabhagiri Varadhari Jai Radha Madhava Kunya Bihari Jana Vallabhagiri Varadhari Yashodanandana Varaja Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Radha Divyani Radha Jaya Radha Jana Vallabh Vallabh Jaya Radha Girivardhari Radha Girivardhari Radha Jaya Radha Yashodanandana Radha Yashodanandana Radha Jaya Radha Shyam Sundar Radha Shyam Sundar Jaya Ji Govardhan Ji Govardhan Govardhan Jaya Ji Govardhan Jaya Vrindavana Vrindavana Jaya Radhe Shyam Radhe Shyam Hare Krishna Balana, Krishna Balana. Jai Shri Prabhupada. Jai Prabhupada. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Thank you so much for joining today's Srimad Bhagavatam discussion. Today we'll be reading from 4 Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 4, verse number 17, and sorry, chapter 17, verse 24. Bhagavatam 17. So we'll recite the verse 4, 17, 24. Tvam kalvo shadi bijan, oh, sorry. त्वं कल् औषधि बीजानि प्रक्षृष्टानि स्वयंभवा न मुञ्चसि आत्मरुद्रा sorry न मुञ्चसि आत्मरुधानि माम् अव्यज्ञ sorry माम् अवज्ञ मन्दधि मामवज्ञाय मन्दधि त्वं कल्व औषधि बीजानि प्रक्षृष्टानि स्वयंभुवा न मुञ्चसि आत्मरुदानि माम् अव्यज्ञाय मन्दधि त्वं कल्व औषधि बीजानि प्राक्षृष्टानि स्वयंभुवा न मुञ्चसि आत्मरुदानि माम् अवज्ञाय मन्दधि. Anybody wants to? त्वं कल्व औषधि बीजानि प्राक्षृष्टानि स्वयंभुवा न मुञ्चसि आत्मरुधानि माम् अवज्ञाय मन्दधि. त्वं कल्व औषधि बीजानि प्राक्षृष्टानि स्वयंभुवा न मुञ्चसि आत्मरुदानि माम् अवज्ञाय मन्दधि. Translation, sorry, word to word. Tvam, you. Khalo, certainly. Oshadi, of herbs, plants, and greens. Bijani, the seeds. Prak, formerly. Shrashtani, created. Swayambhuva, by Lord Brahma. No, na, do not. Munchasi, deliver. Atmarudani, hidden within yourself. Mam, me. Avagnyaya, disobeying, mandhi, less intelligent. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Jai Srila Jai. Translation. You have so lost your intelligence that despite my orders, you do not deliver the seeds of herbs and grains former, formerly created by Brahma and now hidden within yourself. Once again, the translation. You have so lost your intelligence that despite my orders, you do not deliver the seeds of herbs and grains formerly created by Brahma and now hidden within yourself. Purport. While creating all the planets in the universe, Lord Brahma also created the seeds of various grains, herbs, plants, and trees. When sufficient water when sufficient water falls from the clouds, the seeds fructify and produce fruits, grains, vegetables, etc. By his example, Prithu Maharaj indicates that whenever there is a scarcity in food production, the head of the government should take steps to see why production is being held, up, and why should and what should be done to rectify the situation. ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरोन् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणा रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवम् साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपदान् सहगणा ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धु जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त नमोस्तुते तप्तकाञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते प्रणमामि हरे वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। ॐ विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा पाश्चात्यधीशता। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदा श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम गंगायते गिरिं यत्कृपातमः श्री गुरो दीनतारिणं श्री चैतन्य। Hare Krishna, dear devotees, thank you so much for joining today's Srimad Bhagavatam class. I seek blessing from all the devotees present here in person and also on the Zoom, and also my Shiksha Gurus and my Diksha Gurus, so that I can speak whatever I heard without any addition and subtraction. Thank you so much, Hare Krishna. Today, in this verse, when I read this verse, I I was getting some thoughts about how if somebody takes the share of someone, even though it is a demigod or even though it is a human, even though it is a leader, whoever, they are punishable by 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 the by the higher authorities. So here Prithu Maharaj is even though Mother Earth, even though woman, she's a woman and she have taken the form of a cow. Still, Prithu Maharaj is saying, and we will see by the end of this chapter also, it is said that Prithu Maharaj, even though Mother Earth offers so many prayers, Prithu Maharaj is still trembling with anger and ready to punish Mother Earth. Even in the starting of the next chapter, after seeing Prithu Maharaj, anger did not subside. Mother Earth still started praying more, and in the end, he got pacified. But he was trembling with anger. That means it is not a small offense that you take share of somebody, even though uh, you are you were satisfied very nicely, still not giving the share, whatever the reason, before Vena and all, whatever the reason. But now from the verses we can see, at least we can confer that Prithu Maharaj and all the citizens have performed sacrifice very nicely, but still they were not getting their shares. That is the reason Prithu Maharaj is being angry. He was not just angry for some any, just simply like how nowadays we see that people get angry for no reason. But Prithu Maharaj was not angry for not any reason. He was angry because something was not justified here, even though everything was according to the rules and regulations. Still the results, they were not getting the results. Prithu Maharaj time was not like this Kali Yuga time. We think that we have performed yajna, fire sacrifice, and we expect something good happens in our life. But most of the time, it doesn't happen because first of all, when we perform any yajna or any sacrifice, except Nam Sankirtan, but other fire sacrifice generally, which people do now, karma kandis, they do for their for the result, they don't get instantly anyway. And even if they get, they'll not get whatever they wanted, because ingredients are not pure. The First of all, the motive to perform that sacrifice is also not pure. The motive to perform that sacrifice is for their own sense gratification. But in the olden times, the motive to perform any sacrifice was not for the sense of gratification of their own, but for the well-being of others. We know there is famous example of Amrish Maharaj. For 1 year, he performed sacrifice for what? Not for himself, but for his citizens. So when you perform sacrifice with that intent, and that should be the first reason, and the second, the ingredient should be pure, and the mind of the Brahmanas who are performing the sacrifice should be pure. And we can confer from the statements of Prithu Maharaj that everything was all as per the rules and regulations. Brahmanas were pure, ingredients were pure, motive was pure, but still they were not getting the result. That is the reason Prithu Maharaj was angry. How much we see in our in today's world that this thing is happening everywhere. That, for example, in job, people are giving their 100%, but they are not. In return, they are getting only peanuts. They give a company, because of them, company earn millions, but in the end, they get some thousands. So same thing, same thing is happening, and in the end, they are not grateful. Also, they'll just remove in like just as a snap. In the moment of a snap, they'll remove you if something is going on in the company. So now, just now, I was hearing students are saying that Microsoft is laying off, and then Amazon is laying off, and then Google also is laying off. Why? Because of AI. When AI is here, why to fear? Something like that. Even if one person, just one person can run the company without anybody else because of the AI. For example, if somebody wants to run a factory, only one person just put all the money in automation, and nowadays the robots are very advanced. They are doing assembly lining. They are also sorting out the things. They also do financing. They also do management. They also do everything. So nothing, just if you have money you can open your own factory without and that too stand alone, just on the robots and AI. So here the point is that people, we the workers, uh, the salaried class people, the working class people, they work very hard, but in return they don't get whatever they give. What how much ever whatever efforts they put, they'll not get any results for them. So in that way, when in so it means that the government should be responsible for well-being of these people. Government should take care of these people. Otherwise, if government is not taking care and people are exploited, then for sure nobody will be happy. First of all, the people, those who are getting exploited, they will never be happy. And the people who are exploiting them, they think that nothing will happen uh, to them. For example, they can just be very much, they are not at all gratitude, they are not at all grateful for whatever the blood and sweat they put for their company. And if they just remove without any gratitude, then what will be the end result? Will that person be very happy who is removing those people? No. It might seem that oh, they are saving lot of cost cutting, or they are saving lot of money, but in the end they will not have any profit. Even if they have profit, this is only paper money. What will paper money do in the end? Only it will give misery. The amount of money you have, people might, some students were saying, I love misery when I'm rich. I want to be rich, but if I am rich and if I am miserable, I don't care. I am happy to be miserable in that way. They don't know how much miserable they will be in that way. Like nowadays, people have big home and people have big mansion. People have so much money, and in that home with so much money, they are staying alone with one dog. How much happy they are? That much happiness, and that misery is acceptable, but they are not at all happy. Because when people doesn't have things, there is something called there is a psychological term, hedonic treadmill. So it is taken from Bhagavad Gita only. This hedonic treadmill term is very famous in psychology. It is taken from Bhagavad Gita. Actually, whole psychology book, if you see, is Bhagavad Gita only. But this hedonic treadmill says that today, when iPhone 10 is latest, I want iPhone 10, I want iPhone 10, I want iPhone 10. I don't care even if I have iPhone 10. If I'm miserable, still I can show everybody iPhone 10 and I will be happy. But a day will come when there will be iPhone 11. At that time, the person who was very happy with iPhone 10 will become very miserable, and then he wants iPhone 11. And then at that time, that person will say, I don't care if I'm miserable, I just want iPhone 11. And then that person will get iPhone 11. And then a day will come when iPhone 12, iPhone 13, iPhone 14, 15, 16, 17 will come. At that time, they'll think that I don't care if even if I'm miserable, I want the latest phone. And then again, after an year, another latest phone will come. And then again, they'll say, I don't care even if I'm miserable, I want that latest phone. So that is hedonic treadmill. It means that people are looking for happiness externally, but it will not give them any happiness. But actually, then the opposite term of hedonic treadmill is eudaimonic. Eudaimonic adaptation. Yeah, I think yes, eudaimonic adaptation. It says that happiness will come only from within. Wow. So these exact words are said by Krishna. And what is the definition of this psychological term, within, happiness from within? They tell that you take care of health, You take care of your personality, you take care of your character, you grow your character, grow your personality, and grow your health. Then only you will be happy. But actually, directly or indirectly, they are speaking about Krishna, saying that self realization. If you are self realized, then you will be happy. So when people don't understand that exploiting others will not lead anybody in happiness, only it will lead to misery. We have so many examples in Srimad Bhagavatam. For example, example of Maharaj Rantidev, who who was fasting for 48 49 days, and when he got something to eat, he did not eat first. He gave it to his family members, and he shared it with everybody else. And the later, sorry, and the later, when there was just one share, just small portion for himself, he was about to eat. When somebody in need came, he gave it. Lord Indra came as in the form of Chandal, and he gave that share to Lord Indra. So here we can see that giving, not keeping, is Krishna likes that. Here Prithu Maharaj is also an incarnation of Lord. So that is the reason Prithu Maharaj is showing with example. If you keep whatever you have, if you keep with yourself, then Krishna will not be happy. Prithu Maharaj will not be happy. That is why Prithu Maharaj is not happy with Mother Earth. Prithu Maharaj says that you have everything. You can give those seeds, you can give those grains, you can give those herbs to citizens, to the people, but you are keeping it to yourself. So that is why Prithu Maharaj is not happy. But if you give, then Prithu Maharaj would have been very happy. So in other words, Krishna will be very happy. Like the example again, Ranti Dev, example Amrish Maharaj, and then there is opposite example also like Duryodhan. He had entire kingdom. Krishna said, just give five villages to Pandavas. He did not give even the place where a needle can prick. So not even that much place he was not willing to give. So in the end, what happened? Krishna was not at all happy with Duryodhan, and then war was inevitable, and entire family Kaurava war were wiped out. So what is the use when you have something which you can give? It's better to not keep it with yourself. Like in English, there is a statement: sharing is caring. So Krishna is also saying sharing is caring. If we have knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, we need to preach it. If we have, like, then Krishna says that in 5 ways you can you can do devotional service. So Krishna is also asking something. First, give give your resources, and then if you cannot give your resource, actually first Krishna, give your life. If you cannot give your life, then at least give your time. If you cannot give your time, at least give your resources. If you cannot give your resources, at least speak about Krishna to whoever you meet. So giving, everybody can give something to someone. I i i i have seen in my childhood, my where I used to stay, there everybody, like you in at least in our community, even now there are few people, before they eat, they put some grain for ants, they put some share for crows, and then when they cook some. extra roti for dog and some extra roti for cow and for crows, and then for if some brahmana come for begging, or if there is some beggar for them, they cook, they used to cook little extra. So I remember, I used to see all these things when people in my community and in my family, they used to do that. We should not only think of ourselves, we should think of everybody else. So that is why it is actually Vedic principle. It's according to the Vedic style of Vedic culture, that we don't just think of ourselves, we share whatever we have for those people who cannot, who are in need for that. And here Mother Earth is actually biggest, uh, she have everything, like she can give everything, so she is actually biggest donor to everybody on this planet. And then if she only keeps everything, then why will Lord be happy? So that is the reason Prithu Maharaj, even in the end of this chapter, when Mother Earth was praying so much, still he was trembling in anger. And uh, and Mother Earth became very fearful, and then she again started praying to Prithu Maharaj, and then in the end, finally Prithu Maharaj was pacified. For sure, Prithu Maharaj wouldn't have killed Mother Earth, because it is not uh, practical. So Prithu Maharaj just wanted to teach that lesson in the form of Mother Earth to all of us. Like for example, Krishna taught us lesson of Bhagavad Gita by putting Arjuna as as his student. So Krishna within the heart bewildered Arjuna. So similarly here, Krishna wanted to teach us lesson. So Krishna within the heart of Mother Earth even must have bewildered her. So then this lesson can be learned. In many places, Krishna used people, Krishna used his devotees, so that people in general can be benefited by from through them. So even Krishna used Lord Shiva in many places. For example, in Mohini Avatar and all, there Krishna used Lord Shiva so that we can learn the lesson. And so many places. So that is why we, when we get opportunity to associate with devotees, in the association of devotees, we should take that opportunity to learn the Vedic culture and the etiquette. In that way, we will be saved from doing lot of aparats. Generally, aparats happen. Generally, mistakes. Mistake is different. Aparat is different. Aparat happens when you do it. When you plan and do some action. That is aparat. Like for example, you have some Yugal Prabhuji says aparad is only considered, something is only considered as offense or aparad when you are envious of something. For sure, here Mother Earth was not envious. Only Mother Earth was not giving the share, because Mother Earth. The reason Mother Earth is saying that because of the Vena and people became very sinful. According to the scriptures, these sinful people will not get should not enjoy the fruits of the pious people. So that is the reason Mother Earth was thinking, and she was not giving the grains. But in general, aparad happens only when somebody performs some activity with enviousness. Here in Bhagavad Gita also Krishna says that. Only those person can understand this knowledge, and those person will only able to access Paramatma if they are non-envious. Krishna says that I am giving Arjuna, I am giving you this knowledge because you are non-envious and you are my devotee. That is why you are perfect candidate to get this knowledge. So when we are non-envious, then only Paramatma will speak to us. But if we are envious, then our mind is speaking to us, and we are acting under the influence of three modes, and that is that whenever we act under the influence of three modes, at that time the result is not good, and whatever we do will be not pleasing to the Lord. So here Mother Earth understood that she have accepted her share of sacrifice, so in return she should according to the rules and regulations, and according to the chapter 3 of Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says that the person who enjoys the fruits given by demigods for themselves without performing sacrifice is a thief. But here we learn that if a demigod takes the share and did not take the share of the sacrifice and did not give the fruits in return, they are also thief. So that is what Prutu Maharaj is saying, that Mother Earth has accepted the share, but she is not giving giving the fruits to the citizens in return. So that is why Prutu Maharaj is not happy. If the devotees, if the elevated personality start doing like that, then what to speak of the people, general people? Krishna says even in the sixth chapter of Bhagavad Gita that whatever great personality does, general population will follow. If Mother Earth takes her share from the sacrifice, and if she doesn't give fruits in return, then people will think, Array, even Mother Earth is doing, then it's better, even we can do. We can also exploit people. We don't have to think of anything. We'll take as much as we can, and in return we will not give anything, or we'll give some meager fruits. So that is why great personalities at least should not perform this kind of mistakes. So that is why Prithu Maharaj is again angry on Mother Earth. I'll finish with this one example which I remember from my childhood. I think in India, in the olden days, at least in 90s, there was very less use of tobacco. So what this tobacco company, especially Panpara company, did, they hired a famous actor as their brand ambassador, and in advertisement they put that famous actor, and that famous actor used to like nicely open the packet and eat in very stylish way, and looking at that people were so attracted, and people said, Array, this famous personality is doing, then it's legal, even we can do it. And they started eating tobacco, and tobacco sales have went up. So that is what will happen. What a great personality does, people will not think whether it is right or wrong. For them, it will become a law. So if they are doing, even we can do. So that is the reason. Mother Earth, when she's taking her share and when she's not giving the fruits, that is why Prithu Maharaj is not happy at all. And Prithu Maharaj wanted to show everybody with the example that whoever it is, they should follow the rules and regulations laid by Vedas. So that is what I can think from today's verse. Please forgive me if I have spoken anything wrong, and please correct me if there are any corrections. Are there any? That Pan Parag advertisement. Huh? Vimal Pan Parag, yes. They used to show Manik Chand and all this, and then cigarettes all it. So if the actors are acting in that ad, then people get attracted and they start doing it. So similarly, I was thinking by reading this past time. Anybody have any corrections on Zoom? If nobody have anything, then we'll end here. Thank you so much everybody for joining today's Srimad Bhagavatam discussion. वाञ्छाकल्पतरुश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः अनंत